Hi there, my name is Amanda Hill, and in this video we're going to chat about some of the underhand practices that are happening right underneath your noses. This is by one of the largest e-commerce companies in the world, and that is Amazon. Now, there have been lots of people discussing how Amazon have ruined their business, and if you are a seller, you'll know exactly where I'm coming from. Now, they do have a huge ecosystem that mostly is run by robots. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to get them to change what they're doing. Now, as a long-term seller who's been on there for, probably originally 15 years ago, I've seen lots of changes and not all of them for the better. So let me just show you one of the issues with a vendor selling on Amazon. So let's just go and take a look at one product. Now, don't bother going to jump on this particular one, guys, because as you can see, it's been sold at $1.99. And there's two people doing that, if you can see from here, with $0 for a delivery fee. Now that's a bit bonkers, considering I can't even ship that. So that would go out at small parcel, which is around £3.39. At a box, you're knocking on the door of £3.60, maybe up to £4, depending on what you've paid for your box and your packaging. And that doesn't even cover the couple of minutes it takes it to take off the shelf, put it in a box and get it ready to go. And of course, you've got to get it picked up and you've got to have the space to do it and myriad other things. So to sell that product, you're already knocking on the door of a huge deficit. Now, let's go and see who these people are. So I'm just going to grab this code here and use a lovely piece of software. So let's just go and put it in here. As you can see, I've already done that. And let's just do a bit of analysis here. Right, so I've got one in stock. Unfortunately, I can't relist this because it tells me off and says that I'm selling it for too much money. Well, let's just have a little bit going on here. So let's say, for example, I'm paying £3 for it. Oh, that's 30. That's probably not ideal. So I'm knocking on the door of a £4.70 deficit. My return on investment is minus 156%. And yet, Amazon tell me I can't list this. And I can't list it because I'm breaching one of their fair pricing policies. Perhaps Amazon should look at what the term fair means, because unfortunately they're breaching all of them. So if we just go and have a look on the Amazon product page for this particular product, let's see who has got this product. So it's saying usually dispatches in 3 to 7 months. So I'm not sure who that's fair for, but it's definitely not fair for the customers. 3 to 7 months. And who's shipping it? Well, it didn't take a brain surgeon to work out it's Amazon themselves. So they have this product somewhere in the world that potentially they could get to a customer in 3 to 7 months. But they're stopping legitimate sellers from selling it. Now, we can't even buy it at this price. And this is one of many that we've had to go and get permission to resell. So let's go back to our lovely little bit of software again and see at what price we're going to start making a profit. So if we were to sell it at £8.97, we would get a return on investment of 18% and a 55p profit. That's not us killing the market or doing anything mad. even going up to £9.97, we're only making a profit of £1.30. We're not scalping anybody going on here. And as you can see from this lovely piece of software, we have sold it in the past. Oh, it's telling me my last cost price was £2.70. So let's just go and amend that slightly. So £1.55 in profit is not fortunes. Unfortunately, this happens an awful lot with Amazon. This product was first sold in July this year. It was put on the system by someone, be it Amazon or whoever. Unfortunately, Amazon has got hold of it and they've now made it unsaleable. This is one of many issues that vendors to this space find. It's great to get the eyeballs on your product. It's great to get sales, but please don't do that at profit and lose the profit. It's absolutely astonishing if you actually look at this keeper chart down here of where this pricing, which was at a fair pricing, started. And then all of a sudden, at some point mid-August, it's absolutely, completely and utterly decimated it. And you can't even sell it without losing money. Now, this is turning off a lot of vendors. They're looking for other spaces. Because what is the point of having a huge audience of customers that are not yours unless something goes wrong? They're Amazon's. Now, people are looking for different spaces to put their product out there. I am delighted that that is happening. Don't get me wrong. There are still some spaces on there that will work for many vendors. But unfortunately, most of those vendors now are taking out hundreds of thousands of legitimate sellers because Amazon are going direct to source. What happens when they go direct to source is they drop the price to the cheapest they can find it on a website online, and that could be wholesale. Now, that website online will now dictate the price, and the price for that product will match a wholesale price and take no notice whatsoever of the shipping costs and the fees involved. So the cheapest break-even price on here, it's showing me, is £7.92. Amazon will not allow it to be listed for any more than they have it listed for. Now, if that's not unfair practice, I'm not sure what is. Now, thankfully, there are disruptors coming onto the market that will help people. And if you've been savvy and started building your own audience of products out there, you're in a much better place. You're probably also going to be looking at much higher value bundles of product rather than Amazon jumping on an individual one. So you're going to need to go and get the permission of the manufacturer of the products that you're working with. Or if they're your own, for goodness sake, don't vendor them to Amazon. They have caused so much upheaval, so many issues for people, and their system breaks continuously and causes issue after issue. As you can see just from this graph alone on here, this is not a great place for a seller to be, especially not when Amazon is forcing them to lose £4.45 on every single sale for this one product. Now, fortunately, I have one in stock, so I shall be disappearing off over to eBay with it, where no doubt I will be able to sell it without an issue at a price that does make a profit. And yes, eBay does actually have a calculator that will show me how to do that and what price it needs to be at. And having already sold products like this on there, I know that there's not going to be an issue. However, if this is something that shocked you, or it's the first time you've seen any of these dodgy practices, it's not a one-off. If you want an alternative, let's have a chat.